Let's go.
This is gonna be like more of like a random one like this.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Hmm? What's going on? What's up, guys? We are doing another NoFace Academy demo drop on YouTube and Instagram this time. So for those of you guys, can you move a little bit to the left side? Yeah. For those of you guys that want to follow on YouTube, you can follow us on YouTube for a better sound. Obviously, all the Academy members will be there on YouTube. And then for those of you that are on Instagram, you could check out this shit on Instagram. You might want to turn this mic up a bit because I think it's you. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Check. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. So let's dive in with the first one. We got Gio Angelo, Yo Boss. I think it's getting there slow. It's the remix again. Okay, good. We're gonna yeah, this is a Max Vangeli, Michael Grold for Your Love remix from Gio Angelo. So let's check it out.
Let's go.
Okay, guys. Gio Angelo definitely getting there for sure. What's up, DJ Razuk on the Instagram? I forgot my hat in the studio last time we were there. What's it called? I think Gio. I think that you've taken it like to the place where it needs to be. Sort of like now it needs to be like really finessed. So Marcus, maybe you can help out with this one because I mean it could potentially be a release. Like it has really good shit. It's just it needs to be like fine tuned. You know, um, like like it needs to be taken to that finesse level now. Like details, not necessarily like details in the sense of like you're missing details, but like certain places, like I noticed like. You know, when you bring in that bass at the very end, right before the kick comes in, like a trick that you can do is obviously instead of having a full-on low end there, like cut that bass a bit so the impact is a little harder, you know what I mean? And then maybe taking a look at some perks. I wasn't really sure about that clap, maybe, I don't know. There's some percussive stuff. But this could really be like if this is done right, like this could be sick. Like I definitely play it, and if I play it, you know, I really like it. So I'll let Marcus take over. Soon we'll have two microphones. We do have two microphones. We just have bad cables, unfortunately. But then again, I want to say that everybody who's on a live here on Instagram, we're streaming this. Through YouTube as well for better quality for our Academy members, obviously, so they can really listen to what we're doing. Yeah,
I Gio, I feel this is like 95% ready. So look, let's do this, okay? Send me the track send it to the feedback email, and I will get back to you tomorrow, Monday, with some references in terms of the details that Max is talking about, and also about the clap. I agree with you that clap feels a bit, I'm gonna say it, I feel like that clap belongs more for the deep and tropical stuff in this one, but don't worry. Send the track so I can check it again in the studio with proper headphones and tell you more about these details we are talking about, and send you some references. It's just some minor tweaking, but I feel like this is the next remix, right, Max? I mean, with all these details that needs to be fixed, this is gonna be the next remix. But yeah, send it to me if you can today, so I can check it tomorrow morning. Okay, you can fix it, and then we can check it with Max to make it happen. Okay.
By the way, I'd like to showcase our fucking incredible office here. We're still not done. There's unnecessary towels hanging here and there, obviously, but look at this fucking rustic wall, beautiful wall. We have a wooden ceiling over here, so whenever we work out in the open like this, we have the speakers out here. No, but like, look how sick it looks, minus the towel. That towel's got to go. Who's getting fined for that towel right there? Yeah, but the YouTube guys can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have
Our boy Kelly Reverb. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. Let the grown-ups talk, Marcus Martinez. Just kidding, buddy. Okay. Well, Kelly Reverb, another week with Goodbye Horses, a remix by Kelly Reverb and Chad Lemans. Okay, let's check it.
Senses take one's time to test me. I ate his liver with some folly. A nice
sneaky with that one. All right, well, listen, I remember this record from the obviously it's like come closer, bap bap. It's a woman singing. I think that if you're gonna go that direction, maybe it needs to be, instead of that plucky kind of a lead, it needs to be more of like a rolling bass to create more movement on a record like that, probably, because it's like, I don't know, it kind of feels like I'm stuck somewhere, which is not like a bad thing, but if you want to make it a bit more like interesting and moving, it needs to be like, like
I Feel Love, for example, that track.
I was gonna say Wish You Were Here, but
okay,
that's another one. That's another good example. But yeah, maybe you can play really quick the snippet from Wish You Were Here off Spotify, just so you can hear the drop. Just creating that movement. And like John Summit does a lot of the stuff like that on bass lines. Yeah, play. Come closer, da-da, like, same vibes, like the vocally and stuff. So me personally, I'd probably go in that direction because I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on the movement there. I think that our rolling bass can do some damage here.
Yeah, I agree with Max, you, Kelly, and Chad. And the only comment that I have is that I feel like those short white noise risers you have, they are a bit too loud. So please reduce them just a bit. But other than that, man, I like the direction you have. And what Max said, yeah, I would recommend you to apply it. And after that, I think it's already good to go. I really like the way it is. But I feel it's gonna sound better with Max's comments. And if you reduce just a bit the white noises, because when we were here and I was listening to the track, it was like really vibey and stuff. But then we have the white noise, which then sounds a bit disturbing to the ear. So decrease it just for around -1, -2 dB. That would be it. But yeah, my man, really nice work. All right. Oh, he is a new member, Levi or Levi, Levi Lepisto.
Yeah, I mean, you want to go for the artist name.
Yeah. DJ Lefa.
We have a new member in the building. Here you go. We're going to check out the new ID, which is called
Mango. 2-backer Mango.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, we need to figure out our button scenarios where it's like ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
It's like turn this off, turn. Really good, really good. It reminds me of like Cafe Del Mar, style. And if you want to go for that particular vibe, which what you have here, especially with those pianos, the first thing that I'd focus is probably swapping those percussions, especially your kick drum. You want to make something deeper and sexier, so like something like a really like bassy, but not very knocky kick at all. So if you want to use this particular kick that you have, I'd probably like high cut it. And then I would really focus on like those Reese bass movements, was like boo 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 boo. And then like and what you want to do is you want to kind of like take the melodies out and let that bass line just kind of drive the force, drive a couple of moments in the song, like maybe towards like the main breakdown in a bridge section, I like to call it, just to create more interest, and it'll fill up your track. What a lot of you guys don't realize is that like when you're wondering why your music is not fat enough, as you call it, a lot of it has to do with the fact that you have too much high end on your attacks, which creates an illusion of a thinner sound. Because when we listen to music, we hear the high end first, right? So if you overkill it on the high end, and it's not only on the high end of like hi hats, vocals, where it's just like ear piercing and stuff like that, but that also applies to like high mids. If you have too many like kind of like percussive attacky elements that are just like kind of in your face, you're going to kind of deplete that sexiness on the low end. I think that's going to really help if you do that. All right. But really great. Melodies are wonderful. You just got to, just kind of finesse it. You know what I mean?
I agree with Max, mostly on the kick part. Your kick feels like an electro kick, electro house kick. So
What's wrong with Electro House? No, I'm joking.
so look, my brother. First of all, I would recommend you to track and try to study a reference track for this one, because I'm noticing that you are picking drums from many styles, and you have to stick with one in this moment. Okay, so I would recommend to go for a Robin Schulz track in order to reference the low end, which is the bass and the kick, and also the drums. Check how minimal his drums are. Okay, so that way you can focus more on your chords. And I like the part, and I feel like for the second drop you can do something different, because look, you have these chords, the pam 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 pam, so it could be something like pam pam, and then you have some piano, some sim doing tan tan pam pam tan tan pam pam tan tan. You know what I'm saying, in order to make the second drop way different than the first one. So like we tell all the guys, don't don't feel lazy on working hard for that second drop, because look, we have to think about this. Okay, if people already listen to the first drop, what is gonna incentivize them to listen to the second one? So we have to work really well on that. So like I said, grab a reference track. I feel like Robin Schulz could be a good reference for this kind of music. If you have somebody else in mind, be my guest and use them. But yeah, please always work with reference tracks when doing this style, because um, maybe this is the first time you're working on this kind of style. So a reference is key. Is key because you cannot use electro kicks, electro house kicks in this kind of music. You have to be like chiller. So the kick is a bit more in the background, and what has everybody vibing is your bass line, is your chords, is your flute, your trumpet, whatever instrument you have. Okay, so let's go with the next one. My man, Dev. Look, this guy is a living test of consistency. Okay, my brother Dev has been submitting his On My Mind remix, week after week after week, being consistent. He doesn't give up. We give him notes, he fixed them, he then sent it to the feedback email, he fixed them, and then he sent them again. That's the way to grow, and that's what I did when I joined the academy 2 years ago. I didn't give up. I had a track, I sent it to the demo drop, I had some notes, I fix it, and then I send it to the feedback. I fix it, until I finish that track, and boom, ready to be signed. But after I finished that first track, I already had that formula, in order to make good tracks. So let's listen to this, Max. We're going to listen On My Mind remix by our boy Def.
You and I were more than just a fantasy. You and I were made to play the part. The world can cave in and no one can pretend. You know, you know, you know that you and I were more than just a tragedy. You and I were suicidal art. The world can cave in and no one can pretend. You know, you know, you know.
All right. Great remix. We've heard this one. Yeah, the lead is fantastic here. I'm glad that you took out most of those verses. I'd probably take the memories and take that shit out. I think it doesn't fit there. You still need to work on your bass line, and I'd probably go Reese bass, because if you have a fast lead, you should have a slow bass line. If you have a slow lead, you have a fast bass line. And the bass needs to go boo, 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 dun, dun. Yeah, 3 notes. Dun, 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 right? I don't know if that's the pattern you have, but just make a Reese bass. It needs to be a fat Reese bass. Like, when it drops, like, it needs to be like, listen to some Medusa shit, honestly. Like, Medusa would be like the perfect thing. I think that you could drive this remix home. I think you got to still continue finessing it and focus on your bass line now. Take out that, what's it called? Take out that verse in there that doesn't fit very well. And start filter out your your lead. I like make it like have it come in, come out, strip it down. You know, go. Now you gotta strip that bitch down. Like strip it down, make it super sexy and deep. And Marcus can help you with that. That's all I got.
Amen. Amen. Dev, my brother, I like the edits you have made so far. I agree with Max on what he said. And I can also add the filtering. Yes, like for example, in the first build up, you show up the you show the lead out of nowhere. So try to introduce it with a nice and calm filtering, towards the drop. And also I noticed that during the first build up you have like a uplifter and it's too loud. So you have the full lead and that uplifter and it's too much for that part. So what I would recommend is like play with filtering automation, okay, for both build ups and also at the end of the drop, and also decrease that uplifter, okay. Remember, effects are background elements, and in this case it's too loud in my opinion. So nice work, Deb, and again, please send it to the feedback email so we can give you more notes if needed.
Yeah, definitely work on that bass. All right, let's go on to